All right. This stuff for today's lesson is relatively easy. So we have a pretty short assignment. I suggest that you take some time, though, to try to sight read the best you can. And because this paragraph is just ideal for getting some sight reading practice. But I shall now provide a spoiler for you and go right into what this stuff means. Nunc iam aperte rem publicam universam petis. Okay, so nunc, obviously, adverb, now. Iam, another adverb, now. So wait a minute. I thought iam means now. If it does, what does nunc mean? Well, obviously not the same as iam, otherwise it would be nunc nunc, right? So what's going on? Well, get ready. This is kind of interesting. Nunc has temporality embedded in it. Iam is a relative temporal in the sense that it means now in relation to what's going on at the moment of the action. So if it were in the past tense, you could even use iam to mean now. Even though it doesn't literally mean now, it means then, doesn't it? So iam sometimes means then. But I don't know if you would translate it that way very often. So nunc iam is pretty much tautological in the sense that you're repeating the idea of now. So nunc iam, so kind of very now, nowly or something to get that idea. So nunc iam aperte, openly, okay, openly, aperture in English. We have the derivative from that. Rem publicam, obviously in the accusative, unambiguously, therefore, most likely a direct object of what? Where is your verb? Well, petis. Okay. Rem publicam universam petis. So what's going on with universam? Well, that is an adjective, and it means, as you could probably guess from the derivative in English, universe or universal, altogether, all of the republic. Nunc iam aperte rem publicam universam petis. Now, very now, or now, or something like that, you seek openly the republic altogether, all of the republic, not just part of it, is the idea. Templa Deorum Immortalium. So now we have other things that you seek. The temples of the immortal gods, the walls of the city, tecta, like tectonic plates, things like that we get in English from that. Vitam omnium civium, the life of all citizens, right? Civis, meaning citizen, and then it's a third declension noun, so you have civis, civium, genitive plural. Vitam omnium civium, the life of all citizens. Italiam denique is finally, and that's an alternate reading that you find in some texts, some not. So finally, all of Italy, totam Italiam. Totam is almost a synonym of universam. It's just what Hemingway would call elegant variation here. You're pretty much getting across the same idea as universam twice, although universam is less common in this context. Totam, as you know, totus, very common. So all of Italy, just like all of the Republic. Okay, ad exitium, toward destruction, et vastitatem vokas. So now you don't know this until the very end of the sentence. You have another verb. So what are you going to do with that? Are you going to consider petis the verb that governs all of these accusatives that follow it? Or are you going to consider vokas the verb? Well, it seems to me, let me look here. Yeah. From templa onward, you have 1, 2, 3 direct objects of vokas. You call A, B, and C, ad exitium et vastitatem. Okay, so you call the templa, the tecta, oh sorry, there's four, the vitam, and totam metalium. You call these things ad exitium et vastitatem. Okay, so toward, or to, if you will, you call these things to, or toward, same idea, exitium, right, destruction, and, gosh, it's almost synonymous with exitium, devastation, okay? Quare, quoniam id quotis primum et quod huius imperi disciplinae quae maiorum proprium est, facere non dum audeo. Okay, so quare, because of which, so quoniam through audeo is a subordinate clause. So quare faciam id, that's where you need to go in order to understand the connection between the beginning of the sentence and faciam. But do understand that quoniam through audeo is one long subordinate clause. Since id quotis primum, since that which is first and which is proper, in English we would say to, but in Latin obviously it's of, but you can't say in English something is proper of something. So that's where it comes in handy to understand that that prepositions mean with respect to. So I will translate it proper to, but do understand that it's in the genitive. So that's weird sounding because genitive is the case of most often. But now you know why I'm going to translate it proper to. So proper to this imperium and the discipline of the ancestors. We'll keep it. Disciplina, different translations for that, but good enough for now. Okay, I dare not at all to do. Okay, I dare not at all to do what? Id quotis primum, etc. Okay, so because of which, since that which blah 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 and which blah 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 blah, I do not yet dare to do. Faciam id, I shall do. Quod est ad severitatem lenius et ad communum solutem utilius. That which, obviously, quod is a relative pronoun pointing, the antecedent of which is id. I shall do that which is, and then we have two things, lenius ad severitatem et utilius ad communem solutem. Okay, so we have comparatives. Okay, lenius, softer toward severity, et easier toward the common health. Okay, so lenius ad severitatem, in this case, you're talking about punishment. Okay, common in the sense of shared by all of those within the community. And a community is that within which the citizens share the same walls. Nam si te interfici, Cicero, for if I were to order you to die, recidebit in republica reliqua coniurationum manus, a band of conspirators will reside, literally sit back, in the left in the republic. Reliqua, okay, left in the republic. Seen to, quod te iam dudum hortor, but if you, which now for a long time, dudum, I exhort you, implied to do, facere, exieris, you will split, you will leave, you will exit. Exhaurietur ex urbe tuorum comitum magna et pernicios sentina re publicae. Sentina is tough to translate, but it means the scum, really. The offscourings is the translation. A great and dangerous offscouring of the Republic or to the Republic, I'll get to that in a minute, will be drawn from the city. And then the tuorum comitum should qualify magnet perniciosus. What this tells me is re publicae should be taken in the dative. Why? I'm used to Cicero's style, and he wouldn't have tuorum comitum and re publicae both in the genitive here. That's my opinion. It's debatable. And in the best classes, you have debates about what is most likely to be what, and I might as well tell you, if you're interested in going further into Latin or Greek, if you also take Greek, the place to look for things like this is in what's called a concordance, which you find mainly in really well-stocked university libraries. They're extremely expensive to buy, and what it is, it's the various readings, it's the quotations of all of the sentences and all of the works of a given author. And so I remember in grad school we had a composition class, Latin composition class, and every week we had an assignment that we had to write. We had to translate something in English into the style of Livy, his prose, who is pretty much the second Latin prose stylist that we would read in this class if it weren't for Cicero. And it's very helpful. And so when I tell you that re publicae here is most likely dative, it's also because you're saying perniciosa, what? To the Republic. Dangerous to the Republic, not just regular old dangerous. Okay? So why don't you have magnet perniciosa re publicae sentina? It's Cicero. He knows what he's doing. It's less elegant. Okay? A great and dangerous to the Republic offscouring of your buddies will be drawn from the city. Quides, Catilina, num dubitas id me imperante facere, quod iam tu esponte faciebas? Quides, Catilina. Okay, so I think we already, this seems familiar. I translated that. What's up, Catalina? Not Cataline, Catalina. What's up, Cataline? You know, that's pretty much how to say what's up. Quid est? What's up, Cataline? Whether. Now, this is a different whether than what we're used to as a conjunction initiating a clause. Here it's more an adverb. Whether. So it's almost self-sufficient in its meaning. Whether. It's almost purely emphatic. But we'll just translate it whether. Whether you doubt id me imperante facere. Oh, sorry. Dubitas sometimes means doubt, but here it looks to me like it means hesitate. Whether you hesitate to do id, to do it. Now, what is it? We'll see when we get to the relative pronoun, quod, coming up. But to do it, me imperante, here we go. We haven't been encountering very many of these. This is your good old trusty ablative absolute, isn't it? Me imperante, with me ordering, implied you to do so, right? Te facere, or something like that. Whether you hesitate to do it with me ordering, quod, which, iam tu esponte faciebas, which you were doing now tu esponte, of your own accord, or with, or in the manner of your will. Exire ex urbe ubet consul hostem. The consul, that means Cicero himself, ubet, orders the enemy to go out from the city. Exire ex urbe should remind you of ex haurietur ex urbe. So there's an interesting echo of these emphatic prefixes, X, 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 right? So he's getting the point across, boy, isn't he, that he wants Catiline gone from the city, and even more than that, really. Interrogas me, you, not quite interrogate, that would be a bit overdoing it, but you ask strongly. I mean, it's something between asking and interrogating usually, but here, we can go with interrogate if you want. Just know that it doesn't always mean that. You interrogate me num in exilium. Whether to go into exile is the implication. Non jubeo, I won't order it. Said, but si me consulis, if you are consulting me, I urge it. I advise it.